Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Yes, Excel provides anonymous aid to the decision makers. Just for example, I just want to give you an example how simple it is and how precisely, how nice support is available within the Excel for the Excel users when they want to uh, take the help from Excel to make the decision. Like, for example, you have four, uh, you have got four plants, one, two, three, four, five, five plants, for example. Okay, you have five plants, and you have got the data of transportation from that plant to, for example, your plant is for, say, uh, computer manufacturing to or laptop manufacturing of that. Okay. Now you want to uh, know. First of all, uh, you want uh, to you want Excel to let you decide, to help you, to let you have the support in the decision making that which plant will be appropriate to meet the demand from the various regions of the cell of the right. You have these are the yes, the countries to which you provide your product, you sell the products. You have these plants located geographically in that diversified location, and there is a certain cost of transportation involved per unit in US dollars, right? So if you want to sell, you if your customers are located in UAE, then from plant 101, it will take $44 to transport. This is the cost, right? Similarly, 501 takes only 80 dollars per unit to sell your product into the UAE, right? So these are the fixed costs which are determined already per unit you already have. Now you want to decide, keeping in view all these things, you want Excel to suggest you that these are the demands, right? UAE customers going need 15 laptops. Singapore have to get 9, Qatar 20, and India 11, and Japan 9, for example. Now, to meet this demand, you have to allocate, right? These are the input cells, and using the solver, putting the constraints that the capacity per plant is already fixed. Okay, you cannot go, you cannot exceed 11 here, you cannot exceed 15 here, you cannot exceed 23 in here, right? And so the allocation. Now Excel will help you allocate. Right. So what will you do is you have uh, set a formula here that is the sum of all the allocation when they will come up here. So it will uh, um, be plotted by, the data will be plotted by Excel, right? So this is the capacity, and the cost is used by Sumproduct, that all these costs are to be Sumproducted. Using the Sumproduct will be added into it, and you will get the minimum possible cost with the help of solver. So solver will give you such a combination of the products that will end up with the lowest cost, right? So how to do this? Let's go to the data and we go to the solver. In solver, we put our objective is this, the total cost. And what do we want this cost to be? Minimized. It has to be minimized, right? By changing what cells? These are the cells, right? So when it is changed, so the allocations will come in here, and also the allocation will come in there, in here, right? So this should be equal to the demand, and this should not exceed the capacity, right? Okay, so the constraints are none this, that the allocation should be less than or equal to the capacity of the plant. Similarly, the allocation should be equal to, should be all the allocation here, all the plant-wise allocation should be equal to the demand of the country-wise. Okay, so that's it. So all you need to do is click solve, and here it is. So it has sent a linear LP procedure through which all these things, all the desired combination of the allocation of the demand has been set, and meeting these conditions, that these will always be equal and these two will, where this will always be less than or equal to the capacity. It should not exceed from so nothing is exceeding as long as nothing is, so it is within the constraints, right? So this is 2131 is the lowest combination. It is the lowest cost with these combination of the allocation. And one thing we should remember, that make sure that you do tick mark in here so that the solver while trying the solution is not going less than 0. Okay, it should always be, the quantities should always be more than 0. Also, there are 3 options, so we are sticking to the simplex LP. These 2 selections have to be. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much for joining.